Tonight on Keeping Up with Sarah X.
I have faith in myself that I'm not a loser.
I thought you had a seizure.
And I'm like, what? In what?
You know, how getting hurt was when I really became disappointed in the doctor and nurse robots.
So I'm sitting in the kitchen and then I start to hear a little bit of unrest coming from the corner of the kitchen. I heard the words Harry Potter, so naturally I perk up. I'm like, who said that?
I feel like you strike me as a Gryffindor.
Thank you. I believe that too.
Hi, I am Anthony. I am the cute new guy here at Chai. I'm adorable, what can I say? Anywho.
It turns out like Anthony started this discussion about what houses people would be in. I believe I'm a Gryffindor. What are you?
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw? That's great.
I'm a huge Harry Potter head, okay? And I could talk about Harry Potter for days. And there's some people here who have not read the books, have not seen the movies, or worse, both.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
Right?
I was thinking Hufflepuff.
And I feel like he's either Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw.
He's Ravenclaw.
Is Peter a Hufflepuff?
Peter's a Hufflepuff.
I was just downstairs rambling about how I'm a proud Ravenclaw, and others started asking how they could figure out their house. So I brought up Pottermore, how they can just go to that site, take the test, and get sorted into their houses.
Wait, you're saying I'm like Peter? I like Peter. He would be a Gryffindor.
Taylor, I think Taylor's Slytherin, right?
Taylor, you know what? I'm either Gryffindor or Slytherin. But I think Taylor could be Slytherin for sure.
Yeah. Next thing you know, it's a domino effect of people trying to find out which house they belong to.
It's asking you, do I like cats, toads, or owls?
Well,
That's so
that's
obvious.
obvious,
That's
yeah.
so
Come on.
obvious.
Anyone like
Neville
toads?
Longbottom, so that's your Gryffindor, but so is Harry and he liked owls. That doesn't actually mean anything. It means you're Gryffindor for both.
I went into that quiz knowing that I would be a Gryffindor. After all, Gryffindors are the best. Harry Potter went there and he's the hero. All the other memorable characters that weren't evil were Gryffindors.
it's like,
Well, my spirit animal's a manatee, so that quiz wouldn't be able to describe it a lot.
How do I
Are you doing it?
get there?
Have you ever like seen? Are you good at Harry Potter stuff?
No, I saw the series one time. Here's my stance on Harry Potter.
Are you on Pottermore?
Guys, I need help. I'm not good with computers. I don't give a f. Okay, I grew up with Lord of the Rings, and I think it's way cooler. I think all the nerds are into Harry Potter.
what are you doing?
I think I'm on a website. I'm on the World Wide Web.
Make an account.
I was in the cool group, and we fought with swords, and the Harry Potter kids were fighting with wands, and I just didn't think that was very cool.
Literally, it's asking me if I want to study werewolves.
Spoiler.
I knew it!
I'm Ravenclaw.
He's a Ravenclaw. What are you, Dan? Oh. Any guesses? Gryffindor or Ravenclaw? Yes! We have an intellectual at Michigan.
Hey, what do you know? Some of Ravenclaw's most renowned members include Gilderoy Lockhart. Wasn't he a fraud?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been thinking for a while that I think Taylor's a Slytherin.
A muggle is a non-wizard, right?
Right.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna click it in 3, 2, 1.
Oh! We knew it!
Not surprising, Taylor got Slytherin. We all saw that coming.
I knew Taylor was gonna be a Slytherin just based on his werewolf gameplay.
Some of the Slytherin's most renowned members include Severus Snape and Bellatrix Lestrange.
It's ready.
Oh, Matt Goldwater. Moment of truth.
I don't want to settle for second best. As I said, I'm a Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff.
Yes, Hufflepuff.
Oh, we got a
Did not see that
Ravenclaw.
one coming.
I don't think anybody did. One of the biggest shockers of that night was that Matt Goldwater, who is a textbook Hufflepuff, got Ravenclaw.
I was shocked to see Ravenclaw, and I was pretty pissed.
Gilderoy Lockhart? Oh, he was the teacher in the... Oh, he was an idiot.
But then I ended up doing a lot of reflection. Anthony made this comment to me saying Cedric Diggory was a Hufflepuff, and at the time I was like, Cedric Diggory's dead, who gives a shit? But then when I thought over things, if Voldemort hadn't killed Cedric Diggory, that guy was clearly going places. He was probably a lot more impressive than Seamus Finnegan.
And so we're all Ravenclaw?
Yes.
Say what you will about those characters, they weren't necessarily the stars of the series, but Gilderoy Lockhart was cunning to an extent. Luna Lovegood, I mean, she's... At the time when I was watching the movies, I was really into Hermione. I mean, she was really hot. I judged girls based on their looks when I was younger, and when I was a fan of Harry Potter. Hermione's actually my age, and I remember being really jealous of my friend that went to Brown at the same time, but in retrospect, I'd rather date Luna Lovegood.
Now here's the thing. I see myself as like a Gryffindor Slytherin mix depending on my mood. Something in the back of my mind though remembers that when I took it once before I had gotten Hufflepuff, and then when I took it again somewhere down the line I got Ravenclaw. So I was like, we're gonna settle this once and for all and just see what I get this time. I'm taking up my Pottermore quiz.
Interception. Oops. Okay.
Moment of truth.
Let's do this.
Then I can start acting ridiculous. Like, that's when I kind of lose control.
Oh shit, I'm a Hufflepuff. I got Hufflepuff.
Did not see that coming.
I did not see that either.
Surprisingly, Sarah got Hufflepuff. I had her pegged as a fellow Ravenclaw because she's loyal, she's smart, she knows her stuff. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with Hufflepuff. Hufflepuffs are Hufflepuffs.
I definitely started to think less of Sarah when I found out she was a Hufflepuff.
But you know what? That's fine. Dedication, patience, and loyalty.
You know what? Those are good qualities.
Yeah. I am not a freaking Hufflepuff. In what world am I a Hufflepuff?
I kind of do think Sarah's a Hufflepuff. Because she's just kind of like good vibes.
I think I messed
wrong
up
this time.
Yeah, they were wrong this time.
I guess I had higher expectations for her. That said, of course, as I reflected, I do believe that great people can come from all houses, and I think Sarah can join Cedric Diggory in the top ranks of Hufflepuffs.
You know, Hufflepuffs are the only house that nobody wants to be in.
Shut up! I'm not a Hufflepuff! Do you want to take the test? And maybe it'll give you Hufflepuff.
I have faith in myself that I'm not a loser.
Shots fired.
I'm really upset. I'm gonna retake the test. But you know what? Cedric Diggory was pretty cool. He was a stud, so maybe I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna be no Hannah Abbott, okay? Yeah, you don't lie in Uno, unless you lie.
You propose to start lying.
Okay.
We decided to have a day at Golden Gate Park because it was beautiful out. We biked over there.
We were going to picnic in front of the Conservatory of Flowers. We spent, 10 minutes looking for a spot because Sarah was very picky about her spot.
Patrick could not decide which spot he wanted to sit in because he wanted to play Frisbee and stuff.
I was also very picky about the spot, but I ended up choosing a really good spot and everyone agreed it was a good spot.
It was pretty awesome out. There was a ton of people, which during a pandemic may or may not be a good thing.
This dog is faster than my golden.
We had a bunch of good snacks. Taylor brought out this huge tray of just really good food.
Ooh, what's in there? Chips?
So much good food.
No.
What is it? Chicken?
Even better.
Chicken, some really good Chipotle sauce, and we were just kind of having a good time playing sports.
Oh, it
Yes.
is chicken.
Yes. It is.
I thought you were joking.
I was hoping I wasn't.
And so I'm just sitting there having a good time when all of a sudden these robots roll by and I'm like, what? In what?
I don't trust that. What is that robot?
I went to the Best Buy.
These people got surprised when they saw the first KiwiBot.
Like, what world am I living in right now?
So there was a robot doctor and a robot nurse going around. So I don't know what they were doing. They were delivering something, but they just kept on going in a circle. I think they were just showing off.
And they're literally just like everyone's staring at them as they walk by because they're just like.
PSA, if you ever go to the Golden Gate Park and you see these little robots roaming around that say doctor and nurse, they're not doctors and they're not nurses.
Robots are taking over the world. It's not okay.
It goes up to a restaurant puts in the food, and then it just rolls to the customer. Pretty simple. And occasionally you have to help it up.
If that came to save my life, I'd be pissed, right? He's pissed. He's so pissed if that came to save me. What does he do?
Like you call 911 in that
No. And that's a nurse. The nurse is following, okay?
The food delivery robots that were labeled doctor and nurse, I'm still not sure what to make of that.
Someone said that there was people in the Philippines patrolling them. I don't really know what that means.
No, what happened?
I'm so sorry.
Nehal getting hurt was when I really became disappointed in the doctor and nurse robots.
5 minutes of being there, step in a crack, twist my ankle, and I hurt my knee, so that kind of sucked.
We were playing Frisbee, and out of nowhere, he just collapses onto the ground. Like his legs buckled, and he just spontaneously collapsed. And I thought he had a seizure, so I ran up to him and like tried to like revive him, but it turns out he just slipped and fell. But it looked like he just like flopped on the ground.
Alright, Nehal, you might want to bite on something. Nehal's got a boo-boo.
Alright. Sarah, shut up. Nehal scraped his knee, got a little boo-boo.
Nehal got a boo-boo, and so he needed a Band-Aid.
So we went and we talked to it, and actually turned and looked at me. How are you? Oh no.
Oh, no.
Why are you talking to it?
I didn't know whether I should talk to the doctor or if I should go to the nurse first, which one, but apparently they all deliver food anyway.
Nurse before the doctor, come on.
Oh. Yeah, can we talk to the nurse? When I asked if it had any Band-Aids, it like did a big circle, which I think was saying no, we do not have any Band-Aids.
You guys have a Band-Aid?
Oh, he's saying no. Oh, they're shaking their head no, I think.
Oh, they're saying no.
Plot twist, they don't provide Band-Aids.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, look, it says they're delivering food.
What?
Oh, man. Okay, yeah.
They weren't helpful at all.
Yeah, I think the circle means
Why were
no.
you saying hi to it? Did it say hi?
Yeah, it had like little eyes.
Patrick just wanted to basically torture him.
And honestly, I don't even think it's gonna help. It's gonna be
Wait, what? What?
I was spraying the hall with like this antibacterial stuff that kind of burned.
Patrick's died to do it.
No, come on, Nehal, let us do it.
Like this is hand sanitizer.
It'll
This is what you
help.
put on
You don't want to
wounds.
get infected.
I don't think it was for any medical reason. He was just wanting to see him in pain.
It's gonna hurt.
Bro, it's gonna hurt
I
really
just
bad.
don't want to have a dick.
There's gonna be a couple
I don't think we
screams.
should do it.
I think we have to, dude, because it's gonna get infected.
It's not gonna even hurt. Don't listen to this. They're making that up.
I want to do it.
No, don't spray it on their direction. Don't spray it on their direction. Don't spray it on here.
You can trust it.
It's gonna kill me though.
I just bled and dabbed my blood with napkins like a hooligan.
Oh my god. That really hurt.
How did it hurt?
Yeah. No, but that could have saved your life, dude.
I don't know. I feel like I need to speak to the marketing team of these robots because something's not right.
Look at these shoes. They actually blend in.
Yeah, I mean they're made so well. Like the
Yeah.
whites and
Sorry, no, it's out of me.
Patrick, Brendan, Peter and I are biking, and then we passed the Exploratorium. And I remembered that there is these things where they're super, super far apart, but if you sit in them, you can hear whatever the person who's sitting in the other thing says.
There's two big things. There's one big thing on this side and another big thing on this side. They look like satellite dishes.
Back where I'm from, they're called dog ears. Back in NC State.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are saying.
They did the science so that if you're inside one of them and speaking to the person at the other side, like you can speak so quietly you can actually whisper and they'll still hear you.
Psst, psst, psst. Yo, what's up? Can you hear me? What the heck?
You can even whisper, get really quiet, and the other person can still hear you, even if in between you can't hear them. Yo, Peter, what up?
Hey, what's up, dude? It sounds like there's like 5 Patricks.
This brings me straight back to my science museum days when I was nerding it up in there.
But do you think there's like a pipe underneath here?
No, I just think it's science and stuff. That's just
funny,
really
like,
good
I can hear
amplification.
Brendan, behind me also. Like somehow it's still capturing everything.
It was the weirdest thing. It sounded like, when they're talking, it sounded like it was your conscious, because it was just, you kind of heard it like behind you. Even when they whispered, it would just like be in your ears. It was so weird.
Peter. Brendan, can you hear me? I don't think you can. Can you hear me? What? Right now. I think so too. Don't tell me.
We had way too much fun on this. We were on that thing for like 40 minutes. People were staring at us.
Like, can you hear me now?
Oh.
Well, yeah, well, you know, it's like an old joke. So, you know, Sarah's sitting over there, and she can't hear what Brendan's saying. So I'm just like, Brendan, stop saying that about Sarah. That's really mean. No, I'm not going to tell her that. That's like a really mean thing to say.
Well, we were just pretending to trash talk because that's The funnier thing is just to get a reaction out of somebody pretending you're trash talking.
We're going to Bernal Heights. It's going there for a picnic. It's me, Sarah, and Brendan, and then we're also meeting some other people there.
That is amazing. Bernal Heights is one of my favorite spots in San Francisco. There's like this iconic swing where you can swing and get a view of the city, and it's like the Insta-worthy one.
They taught us that when you're hiking a lot and you're going down a steep hill like this, you always want to fall on your butt. So you walk backwards. No, you don't walk backwards because that's dangerous too. What you do
So you go like this.
You do this. And what the guy said is you walk like a cool person.
Let's do it.
It was fun. It was like being 8 years old again.
Guys, this is so slippery.
You just want to go to one of the highest and most beautiful places in the city, Bernal Heights. Have a little picnic out there, play some Werewolf, look over the city.
I spy with my little eye.
We started playing I Spy.
Something bright yellow.
Bright yellow. Is it that house over there?
Nope.
I was taking a nap, and then they started playing I Spy, so I sat up and really wanted to play with them.
Is it that thing over there?
No.
Is it a house?
It's not a house.
Is it that bus?
Yeah.
I think Patrick's eyesight was a little bit better than mine and Brendan's because he kept pointing to like the smallest thing way off in the distance, and Brendan and I were like, what?
I was way better at them at I Spy. I don't know why they're so bad at it.
I spy with my little eye something periwinkle colored.
So specific. Okay, it's at that house with the pointy roof thing.
Oh my gosh, how'd you get that?
Spy with my little eye at church. I spied something vermilion. I don't know if you know what vermilion is, but it's actually the color of my pants, I think. But it's also the color of the Golden Gate Bridge. So they couldn't get that one. That one was pretty difficult. Playing One Night Werewolf on top of Bernal Heights with the view of the city. We leave the house, but yet we still want to play Werewolf. So of course we're gonna bring it with us.
We also brought Werewolf with us because, I mean, are you surprised?
Revealer wake up, turn over someone else's card, and if they're on the werewolf team, flip it back over.
James and Maggie and Rodrigo came up.
I'm always like, this is my friend Patrick. He works at Google.
Hey, what's up, TikTokers? I spy with my little eye something transparent. Your
Hair?
My cornea.
Overall, some great shenanigans went down the past couple of weeks.
We're smelling each other's butts.
Classic dog.
It's like, hey.
Kind of felt like things were going back to normal because we were really able to get out of the house and kind of feel like things were normal, even though we were still kind of separated from everyone else in the park.
We got a lot of new people too. That's the good thing about living in co-living. There's always new people circling in, new friends to be made.
It was a wonderful day.
I spy something tall. Oh, is it so tall? Yeah.
I expect you'll be seeing some of these new characters soon in these vlogs.